Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't already watched my previous video where I go through making all these Deco pieces, check that out. I'll try and remember to link it below, but I never do. But if you want to see a little walkthrough of the Deco pieces that I made and nice little close-ups, then keep watching this one. So the first ones that I'm going through are these little macaroon ones. So I've got two blue ones and I got two pink ones as well. I particularly like the pink ones. I think they turned out really great. I definitely want to make more macaroons in the future as well. I think they're really handy to have in your Deco collection and really nice as well. So next pieces are little ice cream tops. I do want to make little cones, but I need to find a stamp for the waffle cones. So for now I just made little ice cream pieces and they come in 4 different colors, so blue, pink, purple and yellow. Really like these pieces. I put a couple of them on those Deco pieces, the dragon hands, 1 each I think I put on each Deco piece, but they're just nice little ice cream tops. You can also stack them as well to make a nice little ice cream mound. Next ones are the little pastel rainbows. So I've got 2 pastel rainbows just as is and 1 pastel rainbow with the clouds on top. I do like the clouds, so I'm definitely going to do more cloud pastel rainbows in the future, maybe with like different colored pastels or something maybe more colors or something. So yes, that's very nice. I really like these rainbows. Next up, what do we have? We have some Dungo pieces. So I made 3 of these. I think if I make these in the future, I'll probably do some pastel ones, or even ones with like the syrup. But I suppose these are pastels. I wanted to keep it realistic, but yeah, I only made 3 of them, and I also trimmed the little stick. They are toothpicks that I used, and I trimmed them to make them a bit shorter and more realistic. So super fun. Really like the way these turned out, but I'll have to mix the greens again anyway. Alright, so on to the next ones. So the next ones are some little bows that I made, or little ribbons. Nothing special, just quick little bows. I only made these 2 because I wasn't sure how I liked them. But I'll definitely do some more in the future. They're really easy to make and really effective as well. So definitely make some more bows in the future, maybe with different loops on it or something like that. Next up, we have a collection of different types of hearts. So these I cut out of a stencil and then I sort of pointed it off where the heart things are. So I have like a little flower type stencil. So I cut the top of it out and then I sliced it into a point on one end and yeah, made all these nice little cute heart things. The transparent ones with the opal stuff in it was sort of an experiment to see how I liked them. Didn't really like them, and I didn't put them in my Deco pieces either. I thought they just turned out a bit dull. But the pastel ones turned out really well. But I do want to get a heart stencil that I can just cut out of each layer of polymer clay. Next up, we have, if it will focus, we have some little lollipops in different colors. So, or little spiral candies, I guess. So a couple of different colors. I've got 2 blue and pink ones. I quite like these ones. I think it's a nice little shade of different colors in this one. They work well together. Next up, we have some rainbowy ones. I also think these ones are my favorite ones. I think they turned out really nice and the colors complement each other really well. Last ones are the yellow and purple color. Probably my least favorite, but I still like them. I think the colors work really well together, but I like the rainbow ones a bit more, I think. So I made a few of them and I put the holes in to allow for some sticks, but I wasn't feeling the sticks, so I didn't put them in. So I just left them out and put them as is on the Deco pieces. Next up, we have a bunch of little Twisty Cane lolly things in a bunch of different colors. Really easy to make, but really effective and kind of look delicious as well. Mainly in the 4 colors, I did most of them. I'd like to do some more with maybe white in between, just to break it up a bit and make it a bit more pastel-y and bright. But I really enjoyed making these canes. They're super simple as well, and yeah, like I said, really effective to look like lollies. And I made this one with some leftover, that was the last bit of my pastel clay that I had, and just made a little twisty thing like that. And also the last little bits of the colours without the yellow as well. So some cool little twisty bits, and I've scattered them throughout all of the Deco pieces as well. Really effective and really kind of cute as well. Alright, so on to the baked goods. So these are probably my favourite pieces, all of the little baked pieces that I made, and they took a little while to do, but I think they were pretty effective when I made them. So starting off with the Pocky Sticks. So I've done 4 different Pocky Sticks, so 2 each on 2 different, the larger Deco pieces I put the 2 Pocky Sticks on. So one has like a just plain pink, and the other one has like a little berry stuff flecks in it. So they were quite nice. So we got the donut with the pink icing as well. So that turned out really nice. I didn't realize the icing was going to turn out so matte, but I kind of like it. So I got the blueberry icing, so that's turned out transparent. When we put it on, it was like a pastel purple color. Next we have 2 little cookies, and like the way these cookies turned out. They're really simple, and I'll definitely make more cookies in the future. I like making the cookies. I think they look really cool, and they look pretty realistic as well, so definitely more cookies to come in the future. We have the little bun thing that I made with icing on top. It's like a bun with icing, and just put some of that pink icing with the fleck stuff in it. It makes it look like little strawberry pieces or something inside. Really nice. Definitely make more of these. It's just like a little experiment. Next one is my favorite one that I made. It's like a little shortbread cookie with cream in the middle. I used this out of a cookie cutter and just added the cream in the middle, and also obviously added the colouring with some soft pastels and textured on the outside. Next up, we have those cake pieces that took a little while to make, but I think they're really nice and effective. They're like a pastel rainbow slice cake. I made, I think it was 6 pieces of 6 slices of cake. Kept it really simple, just with icing on the outside and icing in between each layer, and then textured up the little sponge bit with my needle tool. I was going to add more texture to the top, like little bits of whipped cream, but I thought I'd leave it like this anyway, because I'm going to be putting it in a decadent piece anyway. So I thought the cream would get sort of mixed in between all of the decadent pieces. So you can see that I sculpted it in a round sort of drum, I guess, and then cut it all up into pieces, and that's how I got my 6 pieces. Alright, next up we have just some pretty simple sprinkles. Basically I just rolled them out into a worm and then cut them up once they were baked in the oven. So the reason why I waited to bake them in the oven, because they're heaps easier to cut and they won't go flat when you cut the worm. Alright, next up we have some little Daifuku pieces. So I made these with a strawberry cane that I already had, that were already cut into little pieces. So basically just put the strawberry on top of some white polymer clay and made it look like a little Daifuku. And I don't know if I put many of them on the decadent pieces, but it was just kind of an experiment to see if they look like little Daifuku things. So I'd like to make more of them with different fruits, or maybe even different colors, just to make it look like a Daifuku, and add them to my next series of decadent pieces. Next up we have a bunch of Genki Stars. So this is also an experiment on some stars to make in 3 different colors. It took a really long time, so I'll probably need to find a little cutout of stars that I can easily cut, and then add them to my decadent pieces. And we have some little pastel balls of things. I thought that'd be cute just to scatter throughout the decadent pieces. Again, I didn't make too many because it was just sort of an experiment. So 2 each of each color. and just sort of scattered them throughout all of the decadent cream bits, and I thought it'd just be a nice little pop color. They kind of look like little lolly things, little candy things or something like that. So I'll probably definitely make them in future ones as well, because they look nice scattered throughout the piece. So that's it for this little video. The next video is going to be how I made all of the deco pieces for the Deco Dragon Fairy K collection. And I go through placing all of the charms on top of the cream and stuff. So stay tuned for that. This collection will be available soon as well, with my Patreons getting early access to everything that will be in this collection. So yes, thank you for watching. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I appreciate it. That means I can do little experimental things like this. And yes, just your support helps a lot anyway. So you can also check me out on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok at Creatures of Net, and my shop creaturesofnet.com, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.